Hi everybody, this is a video that I'm making is reactions on several videos that I've been watching today. This gentleman is, I'm going to show,
I'm a bit surprised no one
you can listen
the
to
United
it.
States have also withdrawn from the Human Rights Council of the United Nations. This makes the world, for all Europeans, a more dangerous place. I'm not surprised, of course. I mean, we're speaking in the end of a country whose governments have illegally abducted people, tortured them in secret prisons throughout the Middle East, killed children, bombed weddings from Iraq to Afghanistan. Country whose
This gentleman is telling us that Donald Trump has withdrawn from the human rights. Now, what does that mean for us? Does that mean is it a danger for Europe or for the world or for just USA? What is Donald Trump doing? Hijacking people and putting them in camps. I don't know whether I can show you that,
genocide,
but this is what I'm trying to show you because it should show in the video. I don't know whether it does, but that is what he's talking about. Also, the following statement is that this lady here, Chris Mays, Arizona Attorney General, is telling us that there's 22 states against
and change the Constitution.
There you go. You've got it in writing above her head. So this is Copper Courier that shared it, and I got this video from Copper Courier. And I thank all the people that I will be mentioning today for sharing this news with the world, because we don't hear news like that on the general news. I think the general news should go deeper into what is happening in America and why people are getting stressed out and have mental relapses and start shooting and killing each other. It was predicted by prophets that shoot by the gun, get killed by the gun, or is the saying, if you kill by the sword, you die by the sword. That is what is happening right now. Also, the noisy immigrant, he also has interesting information. You can find all these back on my TikTok channel. Okay, so let's see what he's got to say.
Creating a secondary economy in the world, totally independent of the United States. We won't have to talk about sanctions in 5 years because there'll be so many countries transacting in currencies other than the dollar that we won't have the ability to sanction them.
With China about to become the largest economy in the world, the hegemonic power of the United States is dwindling. The US has been the dominant power since World War II, in particular after the Cold War. The US dollar has been its most powerful tool. Trump's tariff war is a last-ditch effort to maintain this power for as long as possible. The flip side to all of this is that Donald Trump may be accelerating the US's downfall.
So what do you think about that? And what is going to happen? It will not be a superpower anymore because China is or has already got contracts with Russia, with Europe, some countries in Europe, also Canada. Countries in Europe and Canada and England are all siding against US. Also, the US is in a very sensitive predicament because it sits between Mexico and Canada, and there could be a war starting in the USA. I don't want to frighten anybody, but remember, USA and all its citizens, we feel for you as much as you feel for us, because we are getting the tail end of Donald Trump's strategies. Our food is depleting, our rights are depleting, everything is getting 10 times more expensive. Sometimes the supermarket shelves are empty, but you are not the only ones. The next person that is a global let me see, this is Global Reports Project 2025. This man is telling you what Donald Trump said in 2023, that he was not going to do the Project 2025, and he's doing it for sure right now. Page by page is every single subject. I'll let it run for a minute and then you can read it. You can find it back. This is the Global Dot Reports channel on TikTok. And listen very well to this. Concentrate on this. This is scary. It's the end of the old world order. Now we're going back. These are all the people that Donald Trump has hired again to be in his state. And it's wrong. It's all about money, monopoly. So that's this gentleman. Then we've got a clip of comedy, because I'm trying to keep it light-hearted as well. And this is what the whole world is doing, laughing at Donald Trump and his stupidity and his stupid decisions. TikTok even blocked me for this. TikTok blocked me. I'll show you a photo at the end, for calling him stupid and violating their rights. So I might be blocked with this video as well. But it is really sad that this person, a convicted criminal, can be president of a country. This man is Jeffrey Sachs, and this is what he's saying.
Compare Denmark with the United States, can you?
Well, you can't, because the Danes are happy and the Americans are not.
But come on, it's not the same nation.
It's not the same nation, but we are sliding. That's the
Okay,
drama
our
of this
vector
year's
is
report.
moving right now.
Boy, we are going down.
What is the key observation of this report versus last year?
10 years ago, we were fourth in the high-income world. This time, we're 21st.
Isn't that shocking?
How did we lose that? Did we lose it on wage? Did we lose it on a crime? Did we lose it? Where did
We
lose
lost it on trust in government and then trust in each other.
Yes.
We are a nastier society. We're not helping each other.
You have trusted the wrong person to rule your country and guide you, which he doesn't. Then we have Greg, the Uber driver, and he's got something interesting to say.
That we're currently receiving in the United States from Canadians. I know most of you may not be feeling this or may not see it yet, completely unaware because you don't see it in your daily life. But just let me tell you this. I had a couple of riders this week, both from Toronto. Both are coming down to see family. One had a newborn baby in the family, and the trip had been scheduled for a while. And the other had a sick family member that they needed to come see. And they both told me basically these stories. Number one, that when they went to the airport, that the U.S. Customs, and for Canada, you get on the U.S. Customs and in Canada, that there was like nobody in line, and that both planes were like half full as opposed to being completely full. And usually there's a 2-hour wait or more that they told me. They also told me that because of Donald Trump and because of his tariffs with Canada and the way that they have been treated by Trump, they are boycotting every single product in Canada that is made in the United States. You can go to the grocery stores in Canada, and there would be where the U.S. products, for example, Lay's potato chips, and all the chips and all the stuff from the U.S. completely full. Not a one. They're on sale. She said they're on sales price for $2.97. Nobody's touching it. The Canadian chips, the Canadian food, all the Canadian right beside it, cleaned out. Shelves are cleaned out. Same thing with soup. American soup, stock full. Canadian soup cleaned out. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, not touching a single drop from the United States. Everything from Canada, they're buying. And that the Canadians also are canceling their trips to the United States. I see this on a couple of other videos I've posted. I've had several 100,000 responses. And same thing. They're canceling. You read the news and listen to the news in Canada.
This is quite true. There have even been arrests, and 4 people two German, one English, and another one from another nationality, and they were imprisoned without being judged or being defended. So be warned, do not travel to the USA, do not take your telephone, do not take your computer or swipe the memory free of history. Then we have this gentleman, and he is really interesting, and you should really listen to him. He talks about the Munich security. The old world order is no more.
Well, it is. This is why you should not travel to the US. And if you could do me a big favor, TikTok basically killed the last video, so do your things. 3 days ago, Donald Trump invoked a wartime power of the presidency created in the 18th century, the Alien Enemies Act. This allows Donald Trump to legally and without evidence or trial or due process arrest, hold, imprison, take your property, and deport you. And this law is effectively unlimited. It allows the president to effectively pick and choose who is an enemy of the USA and do this to, with very little recourse and no ability of the courts to individually act on cases. This is why immediately a judge jumped in and put a halt to this, stating quite clearly the US is not in a war and that they should be paused for 14 days. Problem is, the Trump administration already had 3 planes in the air at least that
this is true. This is the bit that we have heard
Salvador, which is currently run
on
by
news.
an insane far-right leader named Bukele, who is an ally of Donald Trump. He has spent the last couple of years putting tens of thousands of people into for-profit prison complexes. And that's what we're seeing here. Donald Trump paid the government of El Salvador to take deportees that had no due process into a supermax prison in El Salvador.
Now, what does this remind you of? The camps in World War II? History is repeating itself. You are warned. Forewarned is forearmed. Do not travel to the US of A. Then I've got somebody else. She puts it in a nutshell. She makes a joke out of it, but she does it well, and she's a comedian.
King Trump. I wanted to go over how your policies and plans have been going now that you've taken office. Since your presidential immunity, your revenge tour has been going great. You managed to lock up all your political rivals and critics. Project 2025 is in full swing. There's no more federal agencies, no FBI, FDA, EPA, or DOJ, all gone. Your deportation centers are all full. You did enact a nationwide abortion ban and no more contraceptives. So women are taking a more traditional role, like kitchen and forced birth. You pulled out of NATO. You managed to rewrite all the history books to indeed say that the 2020 election was stolen, and they are carving your face into Mount Rushmore as we speak, much bigger than everyone else's. You rolled back all environmental regulations, so we're just drilling and polluting. No more clean energy. I know how much you hated windmills and batteries. You did manage to add $2 trillion to the national debt, but on a personal note, you're killing it because you're selling all of our secrets to everyone. Yeah, so unions gone, Social Security gone, and no more fair and free elections. Okay, so that wraps up your first 30 days in office. And you were golfing for 28 of those days. Is this the apocalypse?
She's put it in one word. Well done. Now, I'm just going to come back to the camera.
Terwijl iedereen in paniek is.
I got violated by TikTok today. And I do apologize to TikTok, but I think you are wrong, because I was only answering a statement made by a person, by Donald Trump, that there weren't any tent cities in the USA. There's so much poverty in the USA that there are lots of tents on the pavement and in ghettos. that I've seen photos and videos of. Also, I apologize if I've used the wrong word. I looked the word up, stupid. I didn't type it because I didn't want to get violated, but perhaps I should have used some other words. Ignorant, brainless, and I find that more insulting than stupid, because stupid means that you're not only brainless or dense, foolish, mindless, empty-headed, but it is indeed foolish to make a comment to say that our European countries are full of tent villages and that we are poor, and that it doesn't happen in America. In America, people get thrown off the street if they help other people that are poor, that are handicapped, that haven't got a roof over their head. So excuse me, TikTok, for not using the right English. I am bilingual, and by the way, it also depends on how you use it. We have nicknames or lovingly little words like mochel, that means morning in slang, okay? You violated me for that. And wijfie, that is hi darling, to a friend, a girlfriend, or so it's not meant as violation or insultment or harassment, which I'm accused of. If you look at my videos and my lives, then you know I never ever shout or swear or discriminate people, as I don't like discrimination because I know what it feels like in being Dutch but lived in England for 28 years, and I know what racism is and discrimination. I would never ever do that to another, as I know what it feels like. So please put this comment back. Thank you. And to all those that see this, I hope you will agree and leave a reaction behind. Is this discrimination? It is stupid if you start doing things that Trump is doing and discriminating all the citizens in the USA. It's only one person and his cronies, and that is the group, the elite, that are ruining people's lives, making them stressed, etc., etc., and see what the consequences are of his actions. I won't say any more. Take care. Bye-bye.